Hello, welcome back to SUV Prestige. My name is Harry and today we're going to have a look at this Porsche 911 Targa 4. It's a 2015 65 plate with about 32,000 miles on it, and it's got about £20,000 of options, so the price of like a nice hatchback these days. That's just in options. So this car brand new is about £100,000 plus the 19 and a bit thousand pounds in options. So really special little car this. Now, the Targa, the shape came from Porsche in 1968, I believe. They wanted to create some sort of roof-off motoring. And at the time, they were worried about something happening in America, where America were going to potentially make some sort of laws against cabriolets. So they wanted to come up with a way of having some sort of structural rollover bar in a convertible format, so you could take the roof off, but something to stop you rolling to minimise the risk of losing sales in America if they were to drop the hammer on the idea of getting rid of cabriolets, basically. So it actually came before the cabriolet, which is an interesting one. Now the Targa was my least favourite shaped Porsche in the 911 range, but it has grown on me massively, and there is something about these things. The more time you sort of spend around them, they are a bit of a Marmite car. You either love them or hate them, but these have got a massive following. Through the years, I've always had people asking me for these things. When I worked in car sales, have you got one? Can you find one? And they're not that easy to find as well. So this particular one, with all the options, everything else in the right colour, right wheels, it's probably not going to be here long. But we'll walk you around it. We'll talk you through some of the bits that this car has had in options added, and we'll take for a little bit of a spin and have a chat about how it drives. 911 is probably as you expect. So options, 19 and a bit thousand pounds in this car. It's finished in basalt black metallic. You've got Porsche dynamic lighting system, a bi-xenon light system finished in black. Those have got basically the centres and the surrounds of those are in black rather than silver, which I think on this car works really well. That's, for me, it's kind of a must on a Porsche. I really like that personally. Front and rear parking sensors, 20-inch Carrera Classic alloy wheels with full colour Porsche crests in the centre. So this little centre cap, being gold, red and black as it should be, that costs money from Porsche. 106 quid. Power folding wing mirrors. They're also sport design wing mirrors, so you've got a little cutout in here which is like a little V with a hole in the middle. That's about 250 quid for that. Rear wiper, that's another option on this car. Even the rear wiper, if you want one, is an option. And you've got switchable sports exhaust on the back of here as well. This interior, I have to be honest, is a Marmite interior. This is Luxor beige with black and contrast stitching. So along the black in the doors and on the dash, you've got Luxor beige stitching in there. This is kind of one of those things where you probably have to see it in person. I really like it. I think it's different, bit bored of black, doing our job and being with all these cars. If you walk around our showroom now and outside on the pitch, 95% of these cars have black interiors. It's nice to have a bit of a change. But the Luxor beige bits go everywhere. There's some fuse boxes down in the footwells, which have also been covered in the same colour. I'm not sure if it's leather or plastic. It's actually leather, so they're wrapped in leather all the way to the back, and then all of the top is finished in the black leather, which is a really nice contrast. It looks really good. So crests in the headrests, another optional extra. This one has got the Targa 4 embossed into the top of the armrest and the storage console in the centre. That's another option. You've got the 14-way adjustable sport seats plus. It's another option. It's got Sport Chrono, Porsche active suspension management, which are sort of the two must-haves on a 911. The full list is on our website. Have a read through it. If not often you find them with this level of spec. Right, so we will take it out for a little spin on some nice country roads locally to us, and we'll just talk about how it drives, what it's like, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we'll see you in a second. Right, so first things first, with this car being a Targa, it's heavier than a normal 911. It's about 200 kilograms heavier with the Targa setup over the coupe. It's PDK, that's another 20 kilos plus the all-wheel drive system. Not 100% sure what that weighs, but it's heavier. But again, you're not really going to notice it in something like this. This is what you're going to be using it for. You're going to take something like this down country lanes, and for the driving side of it, you're not going to be going to Spa or to Silverstone trying to absolutely smash some lap times in. If you're going to do that, you'd be buying a GT3 or a GT3 RS, something like that. Handling wise, phenomenal, typical Porsche. So with the Sport Chrono, you've got Sport and you've got Sport Plus, as well as your Porsche Active Suspension Management. Got to be honest, any Porsche Active Suspension Management in any Porsche I've ever driven, had for any extended period of time, I've never used the Porsche Active Suspension Management. I've never put it on. I've always left it off. On British roads, as you're probably well aware, they're covered in potholes, they're not particularly smooth, they're bumpy. So yeah, you're never going to have that on. Again, unless you go into a track in one of these, you're probably not going to do that. If you want to, you can. You've got the option. I think the sweet spot in this car, have it in Sport, Porsche Active Suspension Management off, Sports exhaust obviously on because you want the best noises out of this thing. And it's just nice to drive. Nice place to be. When the sun's out, you've got the option of getting the roof off, getting a bit of a wind through your hair, very nice. And then if you want to use it through the week, to and from work, bit of shopping, you've got obviously the front trunk. It's American, that, isn't it? Trunk. You've got that, so you can use this thing every day. You've got 4 seats, albeit very small seats in the back. But it's very, very usable every day, which is my favourite thing about the 911. You can use all of these things every day, in my opinion. The seats, 18-way adjustables, very nice. Every little bit of adjustment you're going to need. And then obviously your Bose, your sat nav, your Bluetooth, everything. You've also got another optional extra, speed limit display in the cluster, so you can't get caught for speeding because it's always telling you, and if you do get caught, it's your fault, you're an idiot. So, while we're at the traffic light, back into Weatherby, we'll turn all the sports bits off, make it nice and chill, stop-start comes back on, and then once the traffic light goes green, we'll continue. Yes, there we go. So with sports exhaust, everything off, if you're just in and around town, you don't want all the drama. It's very civilized. A little demonstration of sound, stopped in the middle of a road, just to let you hear what it sounds like when you accelerate, because it sounds very good with the sports exhaust. That's 60 miles an hour, so not going to get faster than that. But we are coming back into work now. So that is it for driving the Porsche. Before anyone complains, these cars are for sale. We're not going to go out, do 0 to 60 times, take them around corners 100 mile an hour. It's just not what people want to see, that will want to buy this car. So if you're looking for that kind of thing, there's loads of reviews out there, people baking them around tracks. This is more just informative, show you what they're like, bit of real world living. We're going to develop these videos. Right, so that is our little chat about the 911 991 Targa 4. All of the details for this website, as always, are on our website, www.suvprestige.co.uk. So on there you'll be able to see a full list of the options that the car has, all the details. So thank you ever so much for watching. Please subscribe, comment, like. If there's anything you want to see, any elements of the videos that you'd like to us to add in, any suggestions, stick them in the comments below, and we shall read through them. We take everything on board. Thank you ever so much for your time, and we will see you for the next one. What more is there to say, Lucas? Porsche does Porsche things. This comes off, sounds alright, sports exhaust, sport chrono, lots of specification, nice. It's nice.
It is nice.
If you want a Porsche Targa, buy this one. Simple. Tell you what is nice.
What is nice?
People doing 15 mile an hour in 30 mile an hour speed limits. Some of us have got jobs and car reviews, or car. It's not really a review, is it? What is this?
Car chat?
Yeah, car chat. We're going to call this a car chat. We're going to get cars that we have in stock. We're going to chat about them. We're not going to take them out 0 to 60 times, 0 to 200 times, and doing drifting and ruining tyres. These cars for sale, we'll talk about them to you. If you're interested in any of these cars, it may be informative and helpful in your quest for finding one of said cars. And if you're looking for a Targa like this, with lots of lovely specification that not many others on the market have, this is a fantastic option. And we'll drive them sensibly for you to be like, I like what they're saying about that, sounds nice, I fancy a bit of that. And then after that, not only will we do that, the one thing car reviewers don't do, we can help you buy it. You can actually buy these ones.